Hi, this is Granny Fisher, and I'm going to show you how to clip a goat today. This is Mimi. She's already had a dairy clip, as you can see on her legs, her rear end, her udder, and her belly. And that removes the hair that might get into the milk, and it also, reduces the amount of dirt and stuff that gets into your milk. Now that's a dairy clip. Today we're going to give her an all-over clip, and if you have a goat that has kind of a baggy udder, you'll want to clip her when she's full of milk so that the udder's nice and firm. But anyway, Mimi's a little bit wild, so she might kick and jump around a little bit. We gave her some feed and milked her, so she's going to get kind of nervous when we start clipping her. But this is how you clip a goat. Now I'm going to start with the most important part first, which is around the udder. And if we don't get any farther than that, that's okay. We'll do the rest tomorrow. Now the reason you clip a goat, the primary reason is for sanitation. You don't want the hair and dirt getting in your milk. But a secondary reason is so you can see what kind of conformation your goat has. That's important if you're breeding. You want them to breed for a certain conformation. And people that show goats have to clip because the judge is going to want to see clearly what kind of conformation he's judging. You really can't take a goat to a show without clipping. Now I don't show goats, but I do like to be able to see what I'm dealing with in my breeding program. And it kind of is actually more comfortable for the goats in the summertime. Now if you clip them right before a cold spell, that's not a good idea. And if you clip them in the heat of summer, if they don't have any shade to get out of the sun, that's not a good idea because they can get sunburned just like people. So you see how clearly you can tell what her body shape is when we get all that hair off. Sometimes you'll find out your goat's been underfed. You start seeing ribs where you didn't think there were any ribs because it was a hairy goat. But anyway, I'll shut up and clip. She's actually doing a lot better than I expected. She doesn't like her legs messed with though, I do know that. Now when you clip for a show, you take every single hair off their body, except sometimes the male goats, they'll leave the beard just because it looks masculine. And you usually leave the little paintbrush at the end of the tail. You also have to kind of watch it that your clippers don't get real hot. If you stay in one part of the goat's body for a while, it can really burn them. Feel of your clippers and see if they're jumping just because they're hot. I see at the end of this, I go like that. Got a nice, neat little paintbrush. See? I'm going to get on the other side now and see how she's doing on the other side of her body. She is doing amazingly well. She must like being on the camera. I won't promise she'll stay that way. When I first got these cordless clippers, I could do one whole goat with a charge. Now I don't know if I'll be able to do that today because she's got extra thick fur, but we'll see. If I don't get done today, I can always finish tomorrow. She'll just look odd.
harder to film this side.
You're being so good, Mimi. I can't believe how good you're being. Oh, goodness. You're destined for a life in the movies. It's a little harder to film on this side. It's a little harder to clip on this side too because it's kind of a left-handed side. Normally for a show, people will give them an all-over clip about 2 weeks before the show. And then they have just enough hair grown back in by the time the show rolls around. It gives them a nice shiny coat. They really do look nice when they've been clipped. It takes all that woolly stuff off and gives them a nice sleek coat for the summer. Now you want to make sure you don't clip them too early when they get chilled during a cold spell. But here we are in June. It's high time for Miss Mimi to have her hair cut. Well, that's what she looks like when she's done. I'm going to take her out in a minute and finish clipping up around her ears, but you can kind of get an idea of what she looks like with an all-over body clip. And you can see how much hair came off of that one goat. But she looks ready for summer now. This is Granny Fisher. I'll talk to you next time.